and welcome to today's review. A tale based on Greek mythology and legend. Well, loosely. A place where a man's skirt is shorter than any woman's. Disney's Hercules, the animated series.
It was released in 1997 as a musical Greek fantasy film, based loosely off of the Greek mythology of Hercules. Unfortunately, it never obtained the financial success that Disney had expected. However, Disney thought it was popular enough to give it its very own Saturday morning cartoon show. This is Hercules, the animated series. I recently rewatched a few of these episodes, or pretty much all of them. They were actually better than I remembered. The whole thing is definitely Hercules' training montage, the extended version. So now Hercules is attending school, as normal teenage demigods do. No, really, it's more common than you'd think.
Remember me? Your cousin, Triton, remember?
No, actually, but if it's for the convenience of the plot. Triton, I haven't seen you since the past.
Otis is a son of Poseidon, so that makes him, let me see now. Oh, a demigod.
God damn it, Poseidon, learn to keep it in your friggin' pants.
If you've already seen the movie, you're probably aware of the tragedy that is Hercules less interesting than unbuttered toast personality disorder.
Is that a problem?
As said by many critics before me, yes it is.
To compensate for this little detail, we see our hero surrounded by colorful characters and Greek in-jokes.
Well, let's see what we got. First up is Icarus, boy who flew too close to the sun and in this universe lived, and yet managed to damage every brain cell he had. Cassandra, grim teller of the future. Yes, she is in fact a psychic. Wholly similar, could it be?
Dib drank the last soda. He will.
That brings us to Adonis, Prince of Thamurtha.
I'm royalty. Yeah, at home in Thrace.
Close enough. We also have Helen, Poseidon, Phil, Triton, the Muses, Animal Sidekick, this guy, Goddess of Love, Jafar, Hermes, and many more. Alright, there's a lot of old, new, and reoccurring characters, and I'm not going to sit and introduce every single one. But there is one last character that I do want to address. You know him as Lord of the Dead and Underworld, Hades!
Huh?
People say he's one of the best parts about the original movie, and I agree. He's your funny, fast-talking god who acts a lot more like your Hollywood agent than your typical Disney bad guy. Hey, he actually gets a pretty good song in his first episode appearance.
Come on, ladies, sing along with Hades.
And his voice is pretty close to the original. If not exact, I haven't checked. Yep, James Woods, the original voice actor, actually plays his own character in the series. Hades' character quality varies substantially from episode to episode. This song is pretty much him at his best, as it goes downhill pretty quickly. If you already haven't noticed the animation quality differences in the clips I've been showing, the budget was sliced immediately following the show's pilot, yet it still continued on for 65 long episodes. Okay, so general background? Went over the characters. Okay. Let's get to our main plot. Hang on, let me see if I can find my notes real quick here. Was that my door? Hang on, I'll be right back to finish the review. Just a second. What is that? Hercules? What are you doing in my house?
There is nothing.
I'm sorry about the interference. As opposed to the plot, there apparently isn't. Just empty space. Empty plot. Yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about some of the episodes here. I've got a few notes on that. I hope. What was that? Let's start with Hercules and the Grim Avenger. This could have been my favorite episode. In this episode, a new crime spree has started in Athens, and a suspicious new kid has just joined Prometheus Academy. So Hercules investigates and finds a figure called the Grim Avenger. Obviously inspired by another character you might recognize. They added some extra little details to the Grim Avenger, and it really feels like it's their own character.
Where's the Avenger?
Long ago, the Grim Avenger took a grim vow to grimly avenge himself upon his hated nemesis.
Found him!
But
As much as this episode was trying to be a little more dark and serious, it had a welcome sense of comedy that I think went along with the episode very well.
the Grim Avenger, silent sentinel of sanity, prepares to attack his dreaded nemesis.
You know, the Sentinel of Sanity would be a lot more silent if you'd just quit narrating every move you make.
You mean I said that out loud?
The whole episode would have been perfect if it weren't for the villain. This character is actually from a previous episode, and we're never given any clear reason why he's here, or why these two are enemies. Yeah, there's no real reason why the Grim Avenger is after the Minotaur. Now it is suggesting that he probably forgot the reason why due to an injury to the head you'll see in the episode, but it's still pretty disappointing. A little more thought into this and we could have had a great episode. You remember when Meg and Hercules met? No, not that time. Before that! There we go, yeah, the Meg episode. Meg has been wronged and uses Hercules' hero side to her advantage. Oh no, it turns out Meg was in the wrong and Hercules has been tricked. Haha, fool him once, shame on you. But fool him twice, you'll still get the same result. Yeah, this guy never learns. And since the person who was wronged was Hades, Lord of the Dead, Meg is taken to the underworld.
You're only making this worse for yourself.
You're taking me to the underworld so Hades can punish me for all eternity. How much worse can it get?
What about a Saturday morning Disney cartoon starring the most bland character in the movie universe? No, you can't possibly mean. Don't worry, Meg. I'm here to save you. Oh my god, it's already happening! No, stop! So Hercules rescues Meg, or they just let her go. And why did she do it? Apparently Meg wanted to forget the blind date she had gone with a spoiled prince, and had the water stolen to do so. Here's a tip, stop involving the underworld with your romantic life. Just doesn't work out, Kay? And the episode ends with them both getting doused and forgetting the whole thing. You win, Meg. You win. There was a total of 2 Meg episodes. The other one is just as horribly awful. They both are. But this one actually contradicts the original movie. It becomes very easy to see what the biggest problem of the show really is. They didn't want to put the effort in. Hell, most of the time they're just Disneyfying the original Greek myths. And they come out really awkward and don't make a whole lot of sense. Unlike the original Greek gods that are all kind of dicks in their own way, these characters are very modern and very not bad people. They're very Disneyfied people, which means they're not bad. Like if you actually look up the real Greek stories, seriously, those are kind of messed up. So when they do rip off the original Greek stories, a lot of the character actions don't make any sense. Still not convinced? Well, let's look at the Good Titan episode for reasons why this doesn't work. This episode is about Prometheus, otherwise known as the Good Titan. He is being punished for all eternity for stealing fire from Mount Olympus and giving it to the mortals. Oh yeah, this eternal punishment also includes being tied to a rock and having your liver eaten out by a vulture on the daily, all being done by Zeus's orders. Now in this series, Zeus is not a dick, Zeus is not a jerk. In this series, he seems like a pretty nice guy. This Zeus is not an asshole like the original. To do this, you'd have to be some kind of colossal jerk. Hercules, the only one who sees what's wrong with this, goes to rescue him. Ooh, yes, eat liver, yes. Ooh, it's so good. That's good liver.
I am a hero in training, and I'm here to free Prometheus.
Good news for a change.
Anyway, Hercules rescues Prometheus, and they make him such a nice guy. Kind of feel bad for him. And you're supposed to. But it doesn't work because even though Prometheus did something wrong, he did it for a good reason. And he's constantly praised by people, or mortals, for doing it. Zeus locked up the other titans, of course. They destroyed everything in their path and caused human sufferance, yada yada. Prometheus did just the opposite, and got an even worse punishment. You couldn't have just thrown him in Titan jail like the others? Okay, so let's get back to the episode. Hercules does in fact rescue Prometheus, and this enrages the wrath of Zeus.
Hercules, what are you doing? You are in so much trouble. How dare you release that sexy titan?
Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be plenty of time before my dad can catch up with us. Oh my god, I was so off. Pretty much everybody found us, huh? It's weird. And of course, they do decide to set Prometheus free, and we do get our happy ending. And Zeus does try to rationalize his decision to torment Prometheus for all eternity.
I don't get it. What's so wrong with giving mortals fire?
Son, giving the mortals fire was like... well, it was like playing with fire. They weren't ready. It could have been a disaster.
It wasn't, though.
Well, at least not for another 100 years.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
The plot worked in the original Greek stories, it just doesn't fit here. Hopefully I didn't get your hopes up too much from my remarks earlier of the show being, quote, better than I remembered. I mean, as far as Disney movie-based cartoons go, it was pretty watchable. It's definitely better than other cartoon series Disney has tried to market. This series does fairly well at not just rehashing the old characters, but creating new and interesting ones. I actually really liked a lot of the characters in this show, and if it had been a better series, you could have seen a lot more development between them, but sadly not. Yeah, the animation's not anything too great, and neither are the stories. But if you're a fan of the original movie, and you do want to see some more of these characters, there are a few episodes that I would recommend checking out. I'll leave a list of the best episodes down below.
Hey Dee, I'm gonna use your laundry room for a bit. Ah! What the hell?
Hello, it's me, Doodle Dee. The review is over, but I just wanted to say thank you for watching my very first video. It was a lot of fun to make, and I really learned a lot. And I'd really like to hear what you thought. Leave a comment and let me know.